Hello, everybody. I'm still there. It is. Okay. I just put a link in the chat. Okay. That's a bunch of links that programs, I'd like to talk to you about today. So everybody could get the links and whatever. To fix up, you need $3,000 to fix up your Honda. Well, we have a report here. Let me give you another report here. Okay. This is the mega grant report that I do. And this is what is my basic for answering people's questions, to tell you the truth. So this is my cheat sheet. Now for cars and automobiles and car repair, look at item number 10 in there. Okay, item number 10 in there is for home cars. You need to buy a new car or fix up a car. Cars and car. Okay, and don't forget we have one of our grants. We have 3 grants, and we have one for cars that we give a $500 for help with car repairs. So you could apply that. We have $15,000 we gave every month, and you have, what is today? I even forget, 7th, 8th, 9th, something like that. So you have until the 20th for that. So you could apply to that. But the link I put in the beginning of this tells you about, well, what in the news today, at least where I live, they reinstated a program where they give $200,000 to people to help them buy a house. Okay, now I never seen a grant that big for housing. They're usually like 10, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. Some of them are getting bigger, but 200,000, man. Well, what happened, it's been around for about 6-8 months or whatever, and they finally ran out of funds. So they canceled it. Okay, no more money. Bye. Hello. And so what they did is, because people complained. Now listen to this, because this is very important, because you could do this too. You could make the government move in your direction, but you have to talk about it. You have to do something about it. And that's what they did here in Washington, D.C. And the program came back. So it was closed for like 2-3 weeks. All of a sudden, magic, fairy dust or whatever, and this money appeared again. I mean, that's amazing, but that's the way government is. It's not like you and I. It's so complicated. People, if they really want to, can go out and find money for stuff. And that's important to realize, that you can change it. It's going to take some work, but you can. So not only did they create more money, so the people waiting for money are getting it now, $200,000 a piece, and there's hundreds of people that are using this program. They're going to have money for next year now too. See, so now there's a program. Now, how would you have thinking about finding something like that? Man, you call up people, no such thing. I mean, I would have said that too. That's why you can't believe anything anybody says. You could take it as a grain of salt, whether it's me or anybody else. You have to go out and find that yourself. Okay. Now, if you want to find housing money, here are the other things, and download the link that I gave you in the beginning of the chat here, because there's 7 places that you have to check for money, down payment money, closing, any kind of money help for housing. Okay, there's 7 places, and I give you the links. Now, this is going to take you time. Okay, you just don't, oh, here's a line, I got to fill out the application again. No, it doesn't work that way. You got to go to the places giving out the money. You got to talk to them to make sure that you're eligible for the money. And when you talk to them about that, you ask them, where else can I apply? Because they're going to know other places, because they're in the business of helping people with housing or whatever the heck they're helping for, or car repair or whatever. You call up the car repair people and they say, no, we have no money. Well, then you ask them, where else do I get money? That's how you do the research. That's how you find something eventually. I know all of us would love to have just go one site, fill out the application, get the money. That may work. It does for some people sometimes, but a lot of times it's not. So what are you going to do when that doesn't work? You have to do this. You have to call the offices that did have the money, ask them where else to apply, or because they're going to know more than you. And just don't go to Google, because Google is just going to show you people that are going to ask for money to solve your problem, because that's what Google is all about. It's all about selling advertisements. Mega grants report. Yes. Okay. Here we go. Florida is very hard. All funds are always unavailable. Reaching out the SBA for innovators is not available. Well, SBA is just one of probably 400 or 500 places to go if you have a business that you want to start in Florida. I mean, absolutely. Now, let's see, maybe while you're here, I'm going to find a report on entrepreneurs in Florida. I mean, there are so many and that's the problem. The problem is I know too much. That's my problem. And you know too little. That's FLORIDA. Okay. I'm going to put a thing in here. What do you ask them? Let's see. That's okay. So for Florida, I'm going to give you a link to a report that I did for, when I would charge by reports. So you could see, I mean, there are 30 pages of places in Florida to get money for a business. Okay. 30, that's pages. So there's 4 or 5 things on every grants. No, that's the wrong one. That's the mega grants report. So my cut and paste didn't work there. Let's see. Okay, where are we? Some ways to get grants. No. Where do you make grants? No. Money help for business in Florida. Yes. I want to get that. Okay, so we go over to here. Okay, but ignore that one. Here's a okay, you'll see, 30 pages of government help and money and all kinds of things to start a business or grow a business in Florida. Now, this is a couple of years old, but a lot of it, probably 80% of it is still there. So don't, it's good to follow up on. That's right. Just go in the SBA. That's just one thing. What's good about the SBA now, I think, is that you could go there and put local assistance. So SBA.gov, then local assistance. And then you will find 50 organizations, probably anywhere you are in the United States, that are nonprofits and other government offices that help you start a business. Okay. So then you have 50 sources there. Then you have, if you go to EDA.gov, you'll have 2 dozen sources there. Now, all these sources are there for help you start a business. So if you have close to, over 50 or more sources that are there to help you start a business, you checking one, that's nothing. I mean, it's like everything. It's like if you want to go to the prom in high school and you ask one cheerleader out, and they say no. Does that mean you can't go to the prom? No. You got a couple hundred people to ask if you really want to go to the prom. And not just that one cheerleader, because everybody knows cheerleader, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so that's very important. Let's go. I am just wondering why I'm trying to get a government money to fix my Honda Odyssey van. I need $3,000. Okay, Orlando, look at the mega grant report. There's sources of money for home repair, for car repair on item number 10. And then also look in the and Let's Go Help 2 here, look in the contests or grants we have and apply for our grant. And we'll only give you $500, but that's on your way to there. And you'll see, and then go to, see what you have to also do is go here, find help.org and put in transportation. Okay, go there. And there'll be other nonprofits. It depends on where you live, whatever. But that help you with those things because there's a lot of churches and other nonprofits that are giving help for people who have trouble, getting on the road. Because if you can't get on the road, you can't get to work, can't take care of your family. So there's all kind of can't get tos if your car isn't running. So that's why, see, our nonprofit organization is trying to solve problems that the government doesn't have, or the government gives them it. Again, there are only grants with credit cards in South Carolina. Oh, the same thing, Orlando. I mean, Florida I was talking about the person in Florida wanted to start a business. Same thing. The things I gave you, look at item number 10. Okay, in the Meta Grants report, and then go to findhelp.org and look for transportation, and then you should also go to careeronestop.org. They're all over the world, and they'll put in your zip code and find your local office. What they do is help people get jobs and stay a job. So a lot of them now have grants or sources of money to help you, with transportation, getting the job. And that's what you have. You have a transportation problem in trying to get to work. So they may have grants there. That's why it's hard to do this, but you have to understand the program from the government side. They solve different kind of problems in different kind of agencies, or whether, we want the government to be like how we think it should be. But no, when they set up programs, man, they're trying to fit a whole bunch of laws and everything to make it work. Okay, rental assistance in Lake County, Florida. I just checked of the organization you have mentioned in the past. Okay, now you probably have to check one organ. There's a main problem. I'm going to give you a link to checking grants, okay, for rentals. Okay, here. New program, buy, no, baby, no. Okay. Okay, here's help with the rental assistance for Florida or anywhere else. Now, it really boils down to two things. If there's a national program, and you're right, is that Florida may be out of the national money. So there may be no more money in the national program in Florida. But that doesn't matter. I show you how to look for local programs. I mean, there are probably a dozen, 2 dozen local programs. Now, to do local programs, you don't look at the website and say if I'm eligible or not. No, you don't do that. I also need rental assistance. I will need it as well here in the state of South Carolina. Well, the same Orlando above, the same links I sent them for rental assistance. All the stuff I usually do is for anywhere. It gives you. So again, you start with the federal program, and the federal program, I show you an organization that shows you where the local money application is for your state. Okay, you apply there for the rental. If it doesn't work, then you look at the other reports I have there that show you how to look for local organizations to do that. And that's by using findhelp.org. And when you do that, when you put in rent and see the organizations there, the best way to use that is to call everyone on that list. If you're too busy or whatever, I understand, we're all fighting time, and if you don't have time, but if this is a problem you really want to solve, you may have to cut the time out to make sure you get it. And again, there's no guarantee you get anything. I can't. I just guarantee there's money there for this. And it's sort of like if you're getting a job, I could point you to places that are hiring, but I can't guarantee they're going to hire you. So you have to go out and follow up and see if they'll hire you, or the money really is for you, or it makes sense to apply. And if it doesn't make sense to apply, then you ask them, where else can I apply? Okay, that's the key to this whole thing about finding anything in this country. It is starting one place and then having that lead you to others. And the problem with Google is we want to find the ultimate, and you don't know what the ultimate is. The ultimate is you working to find the ultimate for you. Because there's too much in the way. The biggest thing in the way is that Google wants to sell advertising. So what they want to show you more than anything else, they don't want to show you that people are giving you away money for free because they're not paying Google. The people who pay Google are the people who you have to pay. So Google gets money. So that's their motive, to pay them. So you have to fight that. And that's why, to me, I would just stay away from the suckers. Unless you know the exact title of the name of the office, then you could do that. But just going, oh, I need rent money, you're going to waste more time, dancing around Google and buying, bow ties or whatever the hell you end up buying instead of solving your problem. And that's too bad. But that's the way it is. Yeah. But if you understand that, then you can. I mean, it's sort of like cars. I mean, we learned how to use cars, but we were crashing into each other until we got stoplights and all this kind of stuff. And things are working out pretty good most of the time, not all the time, right? So there's still bad things about cars, but we got workarounds, yeah, and that's important to do. The other things I have here, okay, I have a list. Okay, in the beginning of this, when I started this, you see a link I have. You could download that report, and I show you the 7 offices to go to if you want to buy a house, okay, and look for money to buy a house at any income. Remember, these organizations that I show you are people who are not wealthy. If you're wealthy, you don't need this stuff, right? You pay whatever the hell you want, and get stuff. If you're not, that's what this is about. And that's why, to me, that's what Google's for people who have money. If you don't have money, you got to stay away from Google, okay? And here are the 7 organizations. There's one, HUD Counseling. They have counselors. They get paid grants by the government to help you find a house, all for free. Neighbor Works, that's another organization that helps you for free, particularly low income. Your state office of housing finance, the link is up there. The Federal Home Loan Bank Board, nobody realizes that. Now, this is a government, it's sort of quasi-government, I guess, bank that gives grants to local banks that give you the grants, okay? So that's why you have to find out what banks have those Federal Home Loan Bank Boards, and this is, I show you how to do that. By 11 tenants, I'm behind my car payment. I'm trying to repo it unless I pay them $1,000 by tomorrow. Well, $1,000 start tomorrow. You could start, but what I would do on that, Lewis, is contact. Let me show you. Let's see. The person who's probably can help you the fastest on something like that, because these people are probably running into it before, is local financial counselors. Okay, here's the link to make an appointment. Okay. Come on, why don't you flip it now? Paste. Okay, the repo guy. Okay, call the local financial counselors. If you want to find emergency money, here is item number 16, number 18. Okay. Item number 18, the mega grant report up above is are the sources of emergency money. Every city, county, whatever, they do have emergency funding for people. And it's usually, maybe up to $2,000, the max kind of thing. But it's still going to take a couple of days. And that's why I think there are other ways that maybe be able to stop this happening by talking to one of the financial counselors that I have up there. And that's it. Hi, Elsa. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now what? How did? Okay. Oh. Saved it. Maybe we're okay. I can't tell yet. It says recording, but I don't have a picture. Oh, darn. I have where I was broadcasting on. I have two computers here, so I was broadcasting on one, and I can't get back to where that link is. And that is. Oh, darn. Oh, God, daily feed, maybe in here. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. I can hear you, Matthew, but I can't see you either. Yeah, okay, you hear me. Well, why don't we finish out by just hearing me? Because I don't know how to do it. So I'm on the other. Sorry, yes, block screen. So sorry, yes, block screen. Did I block the screen? You should restart it. That's what I think, Brandon. It seems like I should start. Maybe you could sing us a song. No, everybody will leave instantly. But okay, for those on and we're here in the beginning, there's a link on top I want everybody to know about, okay? And that tells you the links for getting down payment money anywhere in the United States. Your camera is off and not sharing. Yeah, but I don't know how to get that back on this mighty network thing. And that's the big tissue, or is it issue? It's more, I gotta start crying, and it will require a tissue. Darn, darn, darn. Now I can't even get this. I'm not there yet, am I? No, you don't see me yet. Huh? In the chat, you'll see a link to a report. And this gives you the 7 places to check for money. Now, when you check these places, this is money to buy a house. You want to call them and ask to make an appointment. Okay, so you want to call them and ask to make an appointment. And with each of these, one is HUD, the other one is NeighborWorks, and then your state office of financial for housing, the Federal Home Loan Bank Boards, Habitat for Humanity is another. See, they all are sources of housing. And then 211, Find Help, and then the U.S. Department of Agriculture, the Rural Development, rd.usda.gov. Okay, and then I tell you how to get houses for $1. The other thing is there is 31 states can cut off your air conditioning. And this is a serious thing. So if you owe back on your utility bill, and these hot things, and you can't let that happen. Okay, so if they threaten a cutoff, go to findhelp.org and put in utilities, and you'll find lots of organizations that help you fight that utility bill, give you money, the utility bill, and whatever. The other thing is $2,500 for water bills. Now, if they cut off your water too, that's the thing. So there's certain states that I think about 31 are allowed to cut it off. 19 of them have no, there's laws that prevent them from, cutting off your bill until you pay. Well, I'm going to have to learn how to do this better. When I start playing around and try to answer questions, that's when problems happen. So I got to figure out another way to do that to help you guys and do this live. So next time, just keep an eye on. I think I come up on top of your screen when I'm alive. Well, I hope to be alive. I hope I get 10, 15 more years yet. And I want to thank everybody for applying for our grants. And it takes about 2 weeks or so to get the winners to see who won. Make sure now we have the vehicle winners, the ones who got up, won the car repair, that's up. You could see who's winning there. And don't forget to apply. We got a lot of people that don't pick up their money. That's disturbing to me. But yeah, it's their loss. I'm so sorry. We're here to help people. We've given out $1 million already. I can't believe that in 2 years. And right now we're on track to give out $70,000 or more every month now. So as long as you keep joining, then we'll keep helping people. And I appreciate you for that. Okay. $1 million, man, I never would have thought. Well, I'm sorry about the technical things. Screw ups this old fart has done. Talk to you soon. No, I don't even know when to sign off.